What's up, Terp Nation? What it do? It's been a while. It's been almost 2 weeks. I haven't been able to do a recap or a preview since that Ohio State ball game when we were going to the bye week. Following that bye week, I said that Minnesota game is crucial. It's a must win because talent-wise, we are a more talented team than Minnesota. But as we've seen under Locksley and so many times, our defense is just not up to par. If you can't stop the run in the Big Ten, you ain't going to win many games. We haven't stopped the run since maybe week 3. It's not a good look. That's something I thought this defense, with the depth we have coming in the front seven, with the recruiting class we'll be able to pull the last 2 years, the last 2 cycles, I thought our front seven would be the best part of our defense, second best to our DBs. But our DBs have been really trash themselves. They haven't been able to get off the field. We've had so many passes bounce off our hands. It's like, I don't even understand. Are these guys trying to make a pick, or is the goal is just to pass defense, to deflect the passes? Because we could have had at least 7 more picks this year. I would just catch the balls thrown to us. That game last week against Indiana had stayed in that ball game, a game that we probably could have lost if not for a couple of clutch plays by Carlos Correa. A kid, by the way, I'm so proud of. If you watch my season preview week 1, I said it. He's one of the few guys that I can't wait to have success this year. In a day and age where so many of these bunks, so many of these recruits leave halfway through their first year on campus. These niggas don't even wait. They don't even want to be redshirted anymore. These niggas, if you don't play immediately, they want to get in the transfer portal. For Carlos Correa to be a 5th-year senior, not once did he hop on the portal. Some guys hop on and then they hop back out. Carlos didn't hop not one time. And the crazy thing is, the class he came in with, that class 5 years ago, had like 6 Georgia kids. None of them left. I mean, none of them are still on the roster except for Carlos Correa. Of the 7 kids we recruit that class, including Bird, Hughes, I remember a bunch of those kids. All of them left. All left. None of them were tough enough to work their way through the depth chart and earned their playing time. Carlos didn't just earn it. He shined. It makes you wonder, could this kid been helping us after Demon's injury? Why the fuck does this staff take now to let him get out there? The way he played against Indiana, Lowe should have been on the fucking field as early as Illinois. What takes so long? That's the part of it I don't understand. This coaching staff is like they keep stubbing their own toes, bro. Starting from Mike Locksley to the offensive coordinator, Dan Enos. Don't even get me started on Brian Stewart and his sorry-ass defense, bro. 90% of our defensive problems are scheme. 10% is just boneheaded kids. Our linebackers are horrible. I've said it all season long. They're very talented. Ruben Hippolyte and crew are very talented linebackers. But these kids have been taking poor angles all fucking season. That's coaching, man. It's one thing for these kids to do it the first few games. I'll blame them. But at this point, it's fucking coaching, man. If kids are still doing the same foolish shit earlier in the year and they're still doing it now, that's not the kid's problem. If a kid refuses to eradicate bad habits out of their game, it's not the player's problem. It's the coaching staff. Because at some point, if they're not doing what you want, get somebody in there that will. We have walk-on linebackers. I guarantee you will not run out of position as much as Ruben Hippolyte run out of position. We have walk-on linebackers. I guarantee you won't get pushed 10 yards in the backfield instead of getting off a block. Ruben cannot get off blocks. Amar McCullough took poor angles galore. He'll make one play followed by 10 straight bad plays. That's what our linebackers does. They'll make good, solid first down play and then give up a big-ass gap on 2nd and long. for a 15-yard run on 2nd and 12. That's the type of linebackers we have. You'll be 2nd and 12 when a team, clearly you know this team is either running a zone, a type of a slow running game, or a quick pass to get some yards to make it 3rd and short. Our linebackers do not think the game. That's the problem I have with our team, bro. Our defense don't think the game. You cannot be a great defense just purely based on athletic gifts. You have to think the fucking game, guys. 1st and 10, most teams in the Big Ten are going to run the ball. So linebackers, you should be thinking, bending your heads down and not letting that offensive line get angles on you to push you in the backfield on their blocks assignment. Our guys don't think the fucking game. 2nd and 15, you know a team is going to either do a quick pass or a quick a delay run. A one that's going to have their linebackers going back thinking it's a pass and then they're going to run it. Our linebackers don't think the game. Early in the year, I put that on youth. I put that on not playing enough, lack of experience. At this point, it's coaching and knuckleheads. Because if these kids, maybe they're doing the right things in practice and then come to the game and do knucklehead shit. But at some point, this kid needs to get benched. Nick Cross hasn't gotten better. People might be, oh, Nick Cross lead Maryland in tackles. You know why? Because the guys in front of him are horrible. But even then, Nick Cross has been horrible this year. He's been horrible this year. Especially in run defense. That's one of his best qualities coming into college. This kid is horrible in the run defense. We've given up too many long runs with lacrosse around the area. It cannot happen. Your safety cannot be the last man standing watching while the other guy, the other team ball carrier runs 67 yards on your ass. Too many times this year, man, we're giving up big runs. And the funny thing, most of those are like 3rd down. That's, bro, don't even get me started on this coaching staff, bro. The game, the time and management, the assignment football, this team hasn't been looking good all fucking year, man. It's been a long time, man, since I watched a Maryland team and throughout the year and be happy with our X's and O's. It's been a long time, man. And for a guy who's a diehard Maryland fan, and who's a diehard suckers for X's and O's, Maryland leave a lot to desire, bro. They leave a lot to desire on both fronts. That Illinois team haven't scored more than 27 points in 3 straight ball games. We'll give up 35 to them. They haven't even been able to get more than one touchdown against a Big Ten team all season. And we'll give up 35 points to them. Starting a true fucking freshman as their quarterback, starting his first fucking game. We give up 35 points on those niggas. Mind you, this defense came out with a shutout in the first quarter. So we give up 35 points the last 3 quarters. Just think about that, bro. Think about how discouraging that is. When you have teams like Ohio State, when you have teams like Penn State, Michigan State, and Michigan coming up, this team leave a lot to desire, guys. This is one of the reasons why I don't even want to talk about this team right now. They just don't make me happy, man. Maryland can easily make my season prediction of 8 wins this year. I still won't be happy, man, because the product on the field ain't getting better. We can go on to win 9 games this year. I would legit be concerned of it being a fluke, because the product on the field ain't getting better. These kids are not getting better game to game. We are not getting better tackling. We ain't getting better sound with our assignments. We ain't getting better just catching the ball that's thrown to you. When you force a team to make a mistake, we let them off the hook every time. There's no way Indiana should have scored 35 points on that defense. There's no way against starting a true fucking freshman. Let that be the other way around. Let Maryland be at Indiana starting a true freshman. Indiana would have beat us 45-0. That's the part of it that pissed me off, man. Whenever we're in a situation where we like man down, we get destroyed. Other teams go in a situation where they man down and they look impressive against us. That's coaching, man. Or we have the wrong losers in our roster, bro. What is it? Do we have the wrong losers in the locker room? It starts with Locksley. Then he goes to Tualia. These guys are losers. You guys are losers, man. Indiana should not be in that ball game. A dumb Maryland fan will be absolutely ecstatic for that win. But a real Maryland fan, we know that might be our last W this year. That might be our last ball game we win this year. And that's the Indiana team that's been struggling this year. Don't even get me on special teams. Our special team is probably just... I don't even know if those guys get any coaching. I'm legit worried. Our special team hasn't gotten any coaching all year. I get it. They have a special team coach at Maryland. But I guarantee you, those guys don't. That nigga don't know nothing what he's doing. He don't know nothing what he's doing. Our special team coaches are clueless. Our special teams is clueless. We've had ball games this year when we can't cover kicks. That killed us. We've had ball games this year where our kicks get blocks. That killed us. We've had ball games this year when our kicker makes 20-yard field goals. That killed us. What can this special team do, bro? These niggas haven't done nothing all year, our special team. Nothing. Nothing. I'm used to having Maryland teams have a bad defense and bad offense. But we've always had fucking good special teams around here. Our special team leave nothing. Nothing. When they go on the field, I'm literally praying, just don't kill us. The days of Maryland special team getting on the field and you get excited for a big play are over under Locksley, man. Keep hiring this sorry-ass assistants. Sorry motherfucking guy that couldn't cut it in Illinois, that couldn't cut it in Florida. Forget his fucking name. That bum motherfucker is our special team coach. Locksley keep being buddies with dudes. It's gonna cost him the fucking job at Maryland. And he will never get hired again. You sorry motherfucker. You lost this Maryland job with everything working for you, bitch. You ain't never getting hired. Another D1 job, another P5 job, you fucker. You keep hiring your buddies. Our special team coordinator is ass. Brian Stewart is ass. This dude hasn't been a coordinator since he left Maryland. Why the fuck did we go and hire this nigga after 20 years of him not being nothing but a fucking assistant? A position coach. And we gonna hire this nigga as a defensive coordinator. Because the few years he had with fucking Kenny Tate and them. That Maryland defense had one of the best fucking D-line coaches in the country in Salazzo that year. That was the key to our success. Our D-line that year was dominant. He made our DBs, he made Kenny Tate look elite. That's the D coordinator went and brought back. And Maryland team, the Maryland defense, even that year, we weren't even top 30 in the country. We were just good at stopping teams in the red zone because of Kenny Tate, ability to strike people that year. And Skinner, number one. I know my Maryland fucking football guys. That's why it ticks me off when I see sorry coaching out there. I'm used to Maryland having good special teams, strong special teams. Even our worst years, we've had at least 2-3 return touchdowns. These niggas haven't had a return this year for more than 20 yards. What is going on, bro? Are we about to have a whole season? These niggas don't have a return for more than 20 yards in punt or kick return? What are we doing, bro? There's too much talent on this team for our special team to be this atrocious. It's a shame. Fucking Brian Stewart, man. Our defense is pathetic. X's and O's is pathetic. 3rd and 15. Instead of you pressure a team, you fucking drop back in 30-yard zone, give up an easy 20-yard completion. 3rd and 2. Instead of bring the fucking pressure, this motherfucker drop in the zone, giving up an easy fucking delay run. 66-yard touchdown against Indiana. Bro, there's a lot to desire with this team, man. I'm hearing Lux, man. Lux, I'm your guy, bro. If you lose me, bro, I swear to you, God, man. I swear to you, Locksley. If you lose me, you've lost Maryland. I was vouching for you, man. Long before you even came back. When you left that initial left, when they hired fucking Duncan, I wanted you. Man, if you don't make this work, if you don't hire the right people around you this year, this offseason, and get this special team humming again, and get our defense aggressive again, not some limp dog pussies that stand around and get pushed around. Nothing I hate more. Put 10 men on the fucking box. Their teams to throw 60 times. If they throw for 500 yards, give them credit. Because I guarantee you, if we keep bringing the pressure, the quarterback won't last. I miss that kind of Maryland defense, bro. We'll be like, we're going to kill your quarterback. We don't care how many yards you get. We're going to kill your fucking quarterback if you're going to stand there and throw. Soft-ass fucking bend-don't-break defense in the Big Ten doesn't fucking work because we don't have the dogs for that kind of defense. You got to have dogs for a bend-and-break defense because when you get to the red zone, those dogs got to show out to keep teams from scoring touchdowns. This Maryland team is full of puppies. They have one or two dogs that show up every now and then. There's no dog on this roster that show up every fucking game, every play. Finau and Sam Okowainonu, those are the only two dogs in our D-line. Mosai Ali has absolutely played terrible this year. A guy who I expected big things from. Our D-line is horrible. Coming to the year, I said we had 2-3 pros in that D-line. My God, Sam is the only fucking pro I see in that D-line. And Amy. Because he's been facing... That's the discouraging part about this D-line. Amy Finau has been facing double teams literally every snap. These guys, they are still blocking us for blocking 3 against our 4. That is irritating when you know X's and O's. That irritates me. Why can't this defensive line coaches, these fucking coordinators on that defense, figure out a way to use that to our advantage when literally they're sending 2 guys to double one of our guys every snap? Well, what the fuck are the other guys doing on the D-line that will keep giving up these 200 yards rushing games? A Minnesota team that came into the game with absolutely all type of injuries. This nigga's literally were on their 4th string running back, and this nigga still went for over 100. If that alone don't get somebody fired, that tells me Locksley is an idiot. That's why I'm so mad at this nigga right now. Somebody should have lost their job after that Minnesota game. But because he did it, we came back and followed that up with another fucking stinker. As somebody got fired, you would have seen a lot more aggressive defense against Indiana. This nigga keep being buddies with his coaching staff. It's annoying the shit out of me. Don't get me started on Dan Enos. You came out aggressive, attacking the sideline to sideline, go 14-0 against Indiana. And then you start calling running plays right up the middle, like a dickless, brainless jerk. Running plays right up the fucking Indiana strength. Right up the middle of their defense. Stuff. We almost lost this fucking ball game. A game we could have been up easily 21-0 after the halftime. 28-0 after halftime. We sat on the ball. What kind of coaching staff is this, bro? Who goes away from what works that early? What is the common sense in this fucking idiotic staff? Folks, this is why I don't make previews like that no more. I'm so heated after this game sometimes. I swear if I get on this shit, I might break my fucking phone. In anger. There's nothing that pisses off somebody that knows the game more than when they see lack of X's and O's being exercised by guys who getting paid millions to coach D1 football. Taulia has his best game in a long time, but even then he missed a couple of big-time throws. That game should have never been close. A couple of wide-open throws he missed. I just don't get that kid, bro. I don't get him. He can literally make the prettiest deep ball I've ever seen in my life in one play. Then he'll come out and miss a 5-yard out. He's inexperienced, though. 12 games in a college career for a quarterback is nothing. It's going to take him probably at least 20 more games before you will see the real Taulia. I'm talking about the guy who I think he's going to be. It's going to take at least maybe 15, maybe another season. Maybe the rest of the season and then the whole of next year. And then you're going to see the real motherfucker the following year. It's heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking. But, yeah, we got the dub, 38-35 against Indiana. That pushed us to 5-3. Had we won that Minnesota game, we would have been bowl eligible. That's why I said that Minnesota game was massive. Because now, the rest of the season is absolutely rugged. The only game I could possibly see us winning is is Rutgers. And even that, Rutgers got a better coaching staff. I'm not too confident our staff will outcoach those guys. They beat us last year with the worst roster they have this year. So, again, if they beat us last year with the worst roster they have this year, and now place, I have literally very little confidence of us going to Rutgers and winning this game this year. We had to get that in the Minnesota game, and we let them off the hook. We couldn't stop here, let alone the run. Yeah, man. But again, we're 5-3. Penn State coming up this week. We had the biggest win probably in the last 10 years, the last decade, last year versus Penn State. Can Locksley and his fucking pathetic staff get these kids executing at a high level that is needed to beat a team like Penn State? Penn State has had their run of rot, but believe me, they've been in every fucking ball game. This team could easily be undefeated right now. Easily be undefeated. And I think it didn't help that those rumors came out by USC and James Franklin. I really believe those rumors had a direct result in what's happening to Penn State right now. And the fact that they've lost a couple of ball games in a row. Since those rumors came out, this team probably win. They probably win 1-3, 1-4 since. 1-3 since. It's tough to win at this level with distractions, man. Especially in a place like Penn State, where football is God to them. Maryland has to find a way to execute and hit these guys in the mouth. I guarantee you, if we come out and hit them in the mouth early and go up early, this Penn State team will be just like last year. They'll literally stumble their way. By the time they pick themselves up, this game will be over. Just like last year. They find their way in the third quarter, but then we were up so much that the game was out of hand by then. It could be a similar game. Absolute crucial, we have to go up first this week. Penn State score one of those touchdowns, get the ball, score within less than 2 minutes, touchdown. This game is over because this Maryland team is soft. They don't have dogs that will say, we're going to win this ball game. Protect the ball, protect our quarterback. The only chance we have of winning this ball game is throwing the ball. Stop foolishly running the ball right to the line, you dumb motherfucker, Dan Enos. Stick to what work. If they can't stop the outside passes, you keep doing it all game. And don't you fucking go away from it until they fucking stop it, you dumb bitch. Stupid motherfucking Maryland coaches always does this shit. Go away from shit that works. For what? For fucking what, man? When I watch a team like Minnesota, they beat us with 3 play calls. 3 fucking play calls, Minnesota. That's why I'm so heated that I haven't got on this shit. That Minnesota team literally beat us saying, we don't think you guys are man enough. And they won. Boy, I would have loaded all 11 of my fucking defenders on that box at that point. A team won't trust my manhood like that. I will throw everything ahead of them. This staff didn't do it. That's the part that irritates me. A team is going, running, play after play after play, and you still have your safety 15 yards back. For fucking what, man? Why the fuck is Nick Cross back there when teams are killing us in the run? We shouldn't have no safeties deep with the way we're stopping the run right now. Every safety on this fucking football team should be 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. What are we doing? The lack of aggression by this coaching staff on defense is killing these kids. I'm used to Maryland team being not that very talented on defense. But it's a whole another ballgame when you have a defense that's actually talented that's just not executing. Because we're not aggressive. I'm used to Maryland coaches being aggressive. 30-5 blitz. Second and long blitz. Third and long, still blitz, but disguise it. We ain't doing none of that. Man, I'm so angry about it. I'm so disappointed, bro. But that's the crazy thing about this football team. As disappointed as I am, only one game where I feel like absolutely my disappointment was at an all-time high. That was the Minnesota ball game. That was the only game I feel like we've lost that we absolutely shouldn't have lost. But then again, I thought we were going to lose to Indiana, and we won that. So maybe things take over. But now we got to get Penn State. If we can win this ball game, forget everything I just said. Because these guys can still have a special season this year. But winning and everything, it's how you win sometimes. If you win barely crossing the finish line, you leave a lot to desire from dudes that really know X's and O's. Your fans will be happy. Maryland fellow alums will be happy. But us, that actually follow these games, follow the recruiting, follow the angles, follow the X's and O's, follow everything about game, prepping for a game and assignments and all that, this Maryland team leave a lot to desire at 5-3. We got to stop the run against Penn State. We got to make sure that quarterback Clifford stay in the pocket and he doesn't run around and kill us with his dual threat abilities. We got to keep the receiver, Johan Dawson, from absolutely mossing us every fucking play. That's all they do with him. But to be honest, that Johan Dawson kid, I've gotten a lot better. I thought last year was a one-trick pony. Go deep, throw it up. The kid can jump and catch. I give him that. He got strong fucking hands at the catch point. He's an NFL player, Johan Dawson. And another kid they have on the other side is Washington. Isaiah Washington, well, I don't know what his name is, but he's another NFL player. So they got two NFL wide receivers. Their defense, their linebackers are elite. It's probably the best part about the defense, next to their safety player. Their safety, Briscoe, number 1, might be a first-round pick this year's NFL draft. Kid is good. Fearless, can come down and tackle with the best of them in the country at safety. Got a couple of picks this year already, caused a couple of fumbles. He's an elite safety, number 1, Briscoe. Yeah, Pennsylvania kid from Pittsburgh. The linebacker, Ellis Brooks. You got Brandon Smith and a local kid, Curtis Jacobs. A kid that I so fucking wanted from McDonald High School. But instead, he went to Penn State. And he's been having a great year this year. That linebacker crew is elite. They can run, they can tackle, and they know the game. That's why Penn State defense has really been taking a huge step this year compared to last year. Their linebacker group is elite. Their safeties are elite. Their D-line, they have a couple of local kids, Mustafa to start with, PJ Mustafa, another local kid. That kid is a beast. So again, Daninos, don't just run the ball right to their strength. You dumb motherfucker. Have their linebackers go get into space and try to tackle our fucking pass catchers. That's our success. That's our keys to success in this ballgame. Isolate their linebackers, have them play in space like we did last year. We have the better athletes if we do that. But if we want to make this a strength game, a front seven game, we will get brushed. I'm talking about they will destroy us at home. Can't let that happen. I'd rather get destroyed by Ohio State on the road than get beat by Penn State like crazy at home. This is one team that I never want to get embarrassed against, Penn State. I'll take embarrassment against anybody else but Penn State. Again, go sideline to sideline, force these guys to run and tackle all game long. And don't be afraid to take shots. Yeah, I said the safeties are good, but don't be afraid to take shots at them. Okay, guys, that'll be all, man. I've talked for way too long, but anyways, the season is still 8 games past, 5-3, 4 games still left. This team, all they need is one more ball game to make a bowl game. But I predicted at the beginning of the year, I said I had us winning 7, 8 ball games. I still believe it. I think we're going to upset one of the Ohio State, Michigan State, or Michigan. One of those, and we're going to beat Rutgers. One of those teams is going to take an L from us. That's going to put us at 2 wins, make us 7-5 at the end of the year. Of all those teams, the one team I really, really want to beat is Penn State. I don't care. If we can beat Penn State, I don't even care if we win any other game the rest of the year. That's how much of an impact we'll have in recruiting. That Penn State will have a bigger impact than any other win we will get this year if we can beat Penn State. So go motherfucking Terps. And no one else, motherfucker. No one else. Just the Terps, man. Let's go get ourselves a 6 W's this year next week against Penn State. Make it 6-3. Get our record a little bit back almost to even in the conference play. Because right now we're 2-4. Get that one next week, we'll be 3-4. If we can finish 500 in conference play, that's massive. That's fucking massive. The Big Ten don't leave no games, man. Don't leave nobody here. Everybody get fucked in the Big Ten. If you ain't about that life, you're going to get fucked. Because there are teams that are about that life in this conference. Shout out to Michigan State for a big time win last week against Michigan. That team just keep finding a way to win. Coming into the year, I thought us and them had similar talent. But it goes to show you their coaching level is way better than us. They hire way better staff. And that's where we are lacking. Maryland got to go out and get a better staff. Our staff ain't good enough. Ain't good enough. I don't know if it's the boosters. I don't know if it's money situation. But we got to get out there and get better staff. Period. Again, go Terps and no one else, motherfucker. Shout out to the Ravens too, man. We had a bye week. Probably the best thing that could have happened. We had a bye week and basically the division went upside down in our favor. The Browns win that Super Bowl. The Bengals win their Super Bowl last week against us. So, of course, it's only right they come this week and lost at home against the Jets. I knew that team, they thought they won the Super Bowl when they beat us. But then again, they didn't beat us. They embarrassed us. It's almost like that a couple of years ago on Baker's rookie year when the Browns came into Baltimore and beat us about basically the same score, 41-17, some shit like that. They destroyed us. Lamar, after that game, Lamar became a different monster. And to couple that with the bye week for Lamar to watch and study more of his film all year long, the Ravens are going to be deadly. But that defense still leaves a lot to desire. Defense can't tackle. Starting with our linebackers. Our linebackers are horrible. The worst linebacker player I've seen in the history of Baltimore. And that's crazy because Maryland has shitty linebacker play too. Never seen this. Both of my football teams don't know how to fucking play linebackers. Don't know angles. They outrun angles. They're just shitty. Can't get off blocks. Can't tackle. Patrick Quinn, the worst first-round Ravens pick ever on defense. Even worse than Matt Elam. Because Matt Elam didn't kill us. He was at a position where he didn't kill us. Patrick Quinn is killing us with his missed tackles and running out of angles. Taking poor angles. But again, everything happened for the better. The only good thing that happened, Steelers and the Browns played. I wanted the Steelers to win. Yes, I hate the fucking Steelers, but I wanted them to win because the Steelers have a much better shot of not being nothing soon. Like, soon, I expect the Steelers to go into shit. Soon. Right now, I think they're just playing off emotions. It's the Steelers. It's Mike Tomlin. It's going to motivate them. But eventually, the cream of the crop will come to the top. And the Steelers will fade. That's why I like when the Browns lose. The Browns already at 4-4. They're 2 games back. We got the Bengals. The Bengals are 5-3. They just lost. So basically, their L, we went on the bye and we still got our standings in the rankings. Our standings got better. Now we're in first place again with the 5-2 record. The Ravens, that's probably the best thing that could have happened for this team to sit back and watch good things happen to us. And then realize we lost to that team that the Jets just went and dropped almost 40 points on with a backup quarterback. We lost to that team. If that don't motivate this Ravens defense from the rest of the season, a lot of these guys won't be back next year. I'm calling it right now. The Joker won't be back. A lot of that defense won't be back. Clark won't even be back next year. Like, I'm serious. Ravens we'll have new safeties next year. We'll have new linebackers next year. You might not see none of the linebackers return next year. Now, Patrick Quinn still has a lot of potential, but that potential needs to start scratching the surface soon. I'm talking about very soon here, or the Ravens will give up on him at the end of the season. Baltimore ain't used to this kind of play on defense, and Baltimore ain't going to settle for that. There will be sweep changes coming up in the Ravens organization if this defense don't step up, because it's not X's and O's. Wink is doing his job. This guy's just not making plays. Marlon Humphreys included. They're making plays. Marlon has always struggled with quick players. But for him to get beat like a drum by a tight end against the Bengals, it was very fucking concerning. We know you ain't the quickest, Marlon. But if you can't cover tight end quickness too, then, my nigga, you shouldn't be at corner. Hello. Anyways, go motherfucking Terps. And go Ravens, though. Cacao. Cacao, ho.